Welcome back to the Social Club. It's me, Baz. Nicked the chair from Paul because basically he's still sulking. We are talking MLS. I host the MLS Show with someone who's been banned from the Social Club this week. He's not as controversial because
he's going to be like the Hulk Hogan of this. We're just going to write him out of the history of the
I
Social
basically
Club.
just have like a short leash with him. You give him too much. The leash is far too big. Anyway, MLS returns this weekend. And basically, I've got these lads to start getting into it because the way they're feeling today, the Premier League's finished. You may as well start. You may as well look for a different league. No, so, fellas.
Well, we've said, haven't we, that you're bang into it. You keep going on about it. It's getting bigger and bigger. There's some good players over there. I'm eager to see what it's all about. I saw a little bit of it obviously last season with Gerrard moving over, and I've decided to get involved with MLS as much as I can.
I love the way you don't want to nail your colours to the Galaxy.
But this is the thing, and what we're going to do, we're going to make this like a regular segment. We're going to do MLS segment on Social Club every single week, and what we're kind of asking of the regular people who contribute to the show is, it sounds a bit like, I don't want to sound like a charity case or something, like adopting a team. Oh, thanks very much for adopting our team. No, we want people to get involved. We want people to choose their teams and find the best teams that suit them. Now, I refuse to nail my colours to the LA Galaxy mast completely because they don't feel to me like the kind of team that I would back if I had a choice straight off. Yeah. But I will. So I'm going to support Steven Gerrard until a team presents itself to me that I think really suits my personality type, and I know until I know enough about MLS that I think I can find a club that. Right.
What team's rubbish in MLS?
I just wanted to. Is this for Paul or for you?
Yeah.
No, that's rude.
Like, basically, I follow Orlando City. The background being, I love Orlando. 1, 2.
Orlando Lions.
Orlando City. The
Lions.
Orlando
Lions as well.
Orlando Lions. They've got a lion on
got a lion
Stop
on
it.
the
There's a big flag there. Look behind you, Robbie. There's a big flag.
Where is it?
Right behind you.
Yeah, all right.
Aidan Heath, ex-Everton legend to me, is the manager. Basically, Kaka plays for them. It's all good. I've been there. I watched them last year. Fantastic. So they're my side. Pedro, who's we won't give his full name because he's banned at the moment, follows Sport in Kansas City. He can give you his links on a different show. You... I wanted to assign you the team.
Just before, my mate, I've got a good friend in America, and he does an Orlando Lions channel, and he's sent me some videos.
It's Orlando Fan TV. The Lion is... Anyway,
their fans are amazing. Amazing.
Unreal.
Trust me, they really get behind the team.
Unreal.
But I'm adopting a team that I've actually been to see, actually, as well, in the States. I'm adopting New York Red Bulls. Thierry Henry used to play for them. Bradley White Phillips. Is there. Sean Wright Phillips is there as well.
Yeah.
So with that connection, it's got to be. And plus, I used to go to New York a lot. I know, even though they're in New Jersey, really.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way that the New York City team's just kind of muscled in.
It's going to lead us nicely on to
the money again. Let's bring
it's
on
a Red Bull. Money again. It's all about the money again. Yeah. They even got literally the same kit, haven't they?
It's a very similar kit.
Yeah, no, I think I was over in New York a couple of months back. It's difficult to make an allegiance for me right now with MLS. I'm similar to you. I think it's a great... We used to have Masters football, didn't we, where it was 6-a-side and you'd be like, I used to follow him, he's amazing. I think this is obviously a massive extension of that. So you can get another 4 years out of Stevie Gerrard. And, he's kind of more of an institution for Liverpool, somebody like him. I've got good connections with Nigel de Jong. I know Nigel de Jong was really excited to go from AC Milan, where he was kind of sort of in the shadows, to go to LA Galaxy. And him and Stevie G in the middle, I'd pay to watch that. I think that'd be great. Yeah. The City tie with New York, you've got Frank Lampard. I think it's
Pirlo.
Yeah, you've got Pirlo, yeah, but it's really it's a little bit like they've still got the magic.
Patrick Vieira,
yeah, but they've still got the magic. But the Premier League, they've left kind of that level, and it'll be interesting because, as you said before, what is really interesting is the Americans are exceptionally fit. So you're getting this little sort of class players like Pirlo, Stevie G, Lampard coming over there, but they're not playing with walking football, are they? The idea is it's still going to have an intensity to it.
And this is what people have found out. People talk about Major League Soccer as a retirement league, and it's far from it. It's far from, and there's some fantastic players there at a younger age. And I guess the big thing and the drum that me and Pep beat quite a lot is the fact that they've got to reduce that. Basically, what's exciting about MLS and what we love about MLS is it's berserk. You've got an East Conference and a West Conference. There's 34 games. They play home and away, then they mix the games from each conference. But then at the end of that 34 games, you go into a playoff system. So you've got someone who wins the Supporters' Shield, it's called, who's got the best record across 34 games. But then we go into a playoff system, so anyone can win. So you can finish 6th in the Eastern Conference and still be MLS Cup winners, which is basically the overall, you're seen as the champion. Yeah. Last year, you look at LA Galaxy side, last year they got Dos Santos, they got Steven Gerrard, got Robbie Keane, who's phenomenal, scores goals for fun. And you're looking at them thinking, they're going to walk it. They get knocked out. Portland Timbers.
They're out.
Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole this year.
Already that's our deadliest rival.
I was going to say, you've not found a team to support, you've found teams to hate.
But we ended up last year with Portland Timbers against Columbus Crew. Liam Ridgewell, ex-Aston Villa, Birmingham, West Brom. He's the captain of Portland Timbers. They beat Columbus Crew in the final. So 2 teams without big DPs, designated players, and things like that. So that randomness makes it exciting.
I watched a few games last season, and I like the fact it's nice to watch football that, because it is a thing for me. I don't understand. I'm born and bred in Liverpool. Liverpool's my team. I don't understand supporting. I actually don't really follow any other sports. I don't really throw into anything, you know what I mean? Like any other teams at all, because I struggle to share that kind of affinity and passion and whatever. But I love the fact, I love watching. It's like a purer brand of football, because I kind of love being able to just watch it. And it is, as you say, it's a bit mad because you've got some amazing attacking players, but like the goalkeepers aren't there and the defenders aren't there.
They don't defend.
So, you get to see some incredible. I saw a couple of really exciting.
Last year, New York against Orlando, that's the 5-3, texted me going, this is all right. Goals, everyone's just, you got David Villa, who's like so dangerous, and you just leave him. They just leave him on his own, and you're like, he's a bit good. Don't just leave him on his own. And Kaka and players like that. And that's what look, it's on throughout the summer. It starts March, it runs through to December. It's on throughout the summer. It's on late at night. Who doesn't love laying on the couch with a bottle of beer, nursing the baby throughout the night, watching the footy. Sky have got a couple of games. If you've got the Sky Bet app, you can watch every game and get a Chromecast and just throw it onto your telly.
Just like to point out, he's not getting paid anything for saying this.
I'm just so you know where to get.
Or is he?
Or am I? Well, I had turned up with a big Sky card up there. No, but it's more readily available. Flying car, it's amazing. They're all the rates. And that's the thing that's appealing as well. But what's lovely is you can watch it, and then say I watch Orlando, but if Orlando get beat, I don't go around and kick the imaginary cat, or I'm not sulking for 3 days and just go. But then the next game's on, and you go, what a game! You can sit there and just watch a game of football, and there's a bit more. I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it. And someone said, I gave some advice on Twitter, and they said you watch enough, and your team will present itself to you.
That's right. It's quite a nice tweet to you.
Because again, I speak to a lot of Liverpool fans, and a lot of guys and girls who've come to the club by a completely different means to me, and it's going to be. I'm looking forward to the season to see what kind of develops. But in the meantime, I'm open to people's suggestions for teams that you feel I should be supporting in the comments below. I'll defo check them out, and obviously, Barry, we're going to be doing this every week, and we're going to be filtering over, of course, to MLS Show as well. You guys kicking off big time from this week?
Yeah, definitely. We've been doing our preview videos. We've got a few fans of other clubs have sent us some videos in as well. That's really, really good. So everything, previews, after match stuff, and then we'll be doing obviously the social club little section, and then we'll be grabbing you into our domain, which essentially is a little room over there. And we'll be taking the topics from the weekend and anything else that pops up and having a discussion about it. Just make sure you get over to the MLS Show, subscribe, just do it. You see more of us.
What could be wrong? I have to quickly know where I've got you there. Does Young actually, has he still got it?
Is he still?
Is he
Yeah,
still
yeah. I think. I mean, I went over to Milan's training ground end of January. Met him and Balotelli, and De Jong obviously wasn't getting a kick really at Milan. He wasn't. You know, the coach didn't sort of fancy him in that midfield slot. And when LA Galaxy came up, I think he had an offer on the table early in the season from Man United and took LA Galaxy. No, I'm adding a bit to that. But to be fair to him, he's really charged by it. And he's definitely got... I don't think, certainly as a Man City fan, we've never replaced him as that holding midfielder. You know, a guy who leaves everything on the pitch. And I think he'll be a great addition to MLS. And if he's playing in the midfield with Stevie G, that's a must-watch. An absolute must-watch.
He's doing Stevie G's kicking for him.
I think the thing with Steven Gerrard this year is when he went last year, I was saying before to Martin that he'd had 2 years of solid football with Liverpool. He'd had obviously the year nearly won the league, then went on to the World Cup and then back into it and then retiring and moving over there. He's had a break now.
Retiring?
No, you know what I mean.
Freudian slip.
Leaving Liverpool, retiring from Liverpool, leaving Liverpool and going over to LA Galaxy and getting thrown in to a league where it's not a case of sitting on a coach for 2 hours, it's getting on a plane and flying 6 hours and hot and cold altitude when his body's tired, but he's had that break now of 3 months and I think he's going to be, especially with De Jong, I think he's going to be fantastic for Galaxy this year, so that's one. And there's also rumours that the likes of Yaya Toure might end up over there this summer. John Terry, they don't like the fact, I mean John Terry, you know, players will be bottling it, won't they? No, but I mean, it'd be interesting if they got the likes of Terry to go over, because that'd be a little bit of a change in MLS, because they start taking defenders in there.
Your big thing with David Villa going over there, you know, he's still a hot property in Europe, and he took the leap to go.
Well, this is what I'm saying, just quickly, that age group's got to come. And they got Sebastian Giovinco, who used to play for Juve, current Italian international. He was the MVP last season for Toronto. He was absolutely fantastic. He's only 28. So some of these players are going over now, there's actually you know, this isn't too bad, and they can take the money. And if MLS can get those players going over at a younger age, that's how the league will be. That's what happened with the Premier League. Chelsea brought in Vialli and Hullet when they were 33, 34.
The only thing is, though, they're going to face a lot of competition now from China.
It's China. Well, they are concerned about China.
Yeah, China, you know, they're spending big bucks.
Well, they took Obafemi Martins of Newcastle, and he was at Seattle with Clint Dempsey, and they were fantastic up front together, a pair of them, but Chinese club has come in and took Martins from there. So that is obviously the worry, but again, it's long term.
But does the Chinese league have Barry? Does it have an MLS show? Yeah.
That wouldn't make sense if it did, to be fair.
I mean, listen, well, it wouldn't, because that'd be a bit mad, wouldn't it? And Yakubu went to China and only lasted about 8 weeks.
Polish up on your Mandarin and Cantonese, mate.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you can do like the Chinese Super Leagues, Channel is one thing you could do.
Next one. That's the next one.
Only a billion audience there.
Well, yeah, there we go. That is the social club for this week. If you want to check out more great MLS content, come back here next week. But also check out MLS Show. Go over there and subscribe. Subscribe to the Ball Street YouTube channel. Subscribe to Blue Moon Rising TV. Subscribe to the Redmen TV. Subscribe, of course, to Arsenal Fan TV. Although, to be fair, judging on numbers, everyone already does.
And Toffee TV.
Mate.
And Toffee TV, thank you.
Sorry, and Toffee
Oh,
TV.
you forgot Toffee, man.
That's Ped's channel, isn't it? We don't talk about him. Anyway,
Not
thanks
Ped's
very
channel
much.
at all. Paul, thank you very much.
I will see you back here for more great social club action next week.